Hi everyone, welcome back to Carl's Corner. So I just got home from my first chemotherapy treatment and I wanted to do a video because there's quite a bit of information to share about the experience of the first visit. And again, part of the reason I'm doing this video is to be informative and share information. So it was a long session today. Typically, normally it's supposed to take around anywhere between 3 to 4 hours. Today it was quite a bit longer than that because before we actually got to the treatment part of it, oh yeah, by the way, here's the proof. Wristbands, IV bandage. So yeah, when we first got there, the nurse, the primary nurse that was teaching me, as she called it, just went over all the information and all the expectations. Of course, most of all the information not directly to do with the actual procedure of the chemo, I already knew, because you're given that information. Had a consult with my oncologist, of course. So there's a plethora of ways of learning that. And I think I mentioned before also that I attended a literal, they call it a class. So it's an orientation as well as to everything about chemotherapy and this and that. So we went over quite a bit of that, but also then there's information about the drug, the actual drugs and everything that's going to go on. I won't have to do that again now, because now that they know that I have that information and everything, then from now on each treatment, I'll just go in, I'll stick a needle in me and plug me into the bags. So yeah, so that's essentially the experience. It's really great. I may have mentioned before that you go in, there's quite a few stations with chairs. They're like Lazy Boys, not quite as comfy, but they're still really good. They recline. And it's awesome, man, because they gave me a nice warm blanket to warm up with and just lay it over on me. They actually gave me another one for my arm to warm my arm up so that it could get the IV in better. I needed 4 pillows. So I needed one pillow for lumbar support, another pillow just for my back to make it feel more comfortable. And then I had 2 more pillows on my lap to rest my iPad on that I could, then entertain myself. There's my cat. Come here. Come here. It's my cat. Say hello to Bugalugs. There's Bugalugs. Hello, little Bugalugs. Doesn't she look impressed? And there you go. You get the cat in the video. How awesome is that? Yeah, so that's the experience. Now, another piece of information I wanted to share too, which I learned, was that obviously I still have an immune system. Obviously, I still have my blood and everything else. It's about day 15 where it's going to crash. And that's what she said. You'll be fine for a while, but then around day 15, that's where it can really dive on you. And then, of course, you start experiencing the main symptom you feel with that that you experience will be anemia. So obviously, there's fatigue. The drugs. Some of the drugs cause that because one of the drugs is like a steroid. So, or actually one of the anti-nausea drugs is a steroid. So side effects of that are fatigue. So that's already there. But with anemia, you can also, for those of you that haven't experienced, you can get a little achy, right? You'll definitely get tired, but you're already fatigued from everything else, so whatever. But the other thing that you can experience with anemia is a little bit of achiness and all the rest of it. And what they told me about that was, of course, any of the side effects that I am experiencing and all that. Mouth sores are a big thing. Apparently, they have a special solution for that to manage mouth sores. But they did say, like, obviously report any symptoms that you feel. And my nurse was terrific today. I won't say her name because whatever, privacy or whatever. But anyway, they were all great there. But the primary nurse that helped me today was fantastic. And it's funny because she said, what was the main one? Trying to remember I think it might have been nausea or whatever. Anyway, she said, yeah, because one of the drugs will cause that more than the others. And she said, if you are experiencing that, we won't change anything because we can't. You got to get the dosage. But they keep track of all that, obviously. And so, yeah, so that was the first day. 20 more treatments to go. And that's, God forbid any of you have to experience it, but that's kind of the experience of the first day. What I love about modern medicine now, and by modern, I mean like in the 2000s versus even like not that long ago, is they are so informative, right? They let you know everything and they answer every question. Like there's none of this old school stuff where, you know, stop asking questions, just be quiet and trust us and let us do our job. Because it was like that once upon a time. It's not like that anymore. And I would encourage anyone that's getting any kind of health care treatment that they have questions, absolutely ask. Always. Never feel self-conscious about that. They may not always have every single answer to every single question, but I can tell you that they will do their best to answer every question that you have. So that's basically all I wanted to share today, just to let you all know how that first treatment went. I probably won't make another video now until the end of my first cycle. So the end of my first treatment cycle will be now basically 3 weeks from today. And so, yeah, I mean, there won't be really anything new to report now that I've had the first treatment. But I plan to do another video at the end of the first cycle, because by then, of course, side effects will have kicked in. I'll be feeling a bit different, and I can share some more information at that time. Anyway, folks, thanks again for all the awesome support I'm getting from everyone. Thank you for watching these videos. I will say again, please subscribe and click on the bell icon to get notified when I do put up new videos. If you want to like the videos, that's fine. It's no big deal. Again, if you want to leave comments or questions or what have you, please do. And yeah, I'll try and answer everything I can, and we'll go from there. Anyway, thanks again, guys, and we will talk to you next time.